Hey, so there's a lot going on in the US right now, right? Let's talk for a second about that. Trump bankrupts every business he touches. How would that be any different with him being a president? It wouldn't be. I have questions, but before we get there, let's talk about one thing. Since I was a child, and I'm 51 years old, okay? Since I was a child, the Republican Party has been chipping away at everything they can over time. So education. We used to have civics classes in schools that taught us about the government and how it runs, how legislation works, how bills are created, all this and that, right? So that you were informed, you were educated, and you could make an educated decision when you're voting, when you're looking at things pertaining to the government and how that's going to relate to you, right? But they did away with all that. And they've been wanting, and they have been saying that they want to do away with Medicaid, Medicare, SNAP, WIC, anything and everything that actually helps average, ordinary people. And now they're doing it. But when it comes to SNAP and all of that, there was a contingency fund, an emergency fund, right? Well, now, apparently, that's gone. Where did it go? Most of you already know the answer to this question. And I know that. I'm saying this to validate you. I want you to feel validated, all right? Where did it go? It went to Argentina. Yeah. It went to a country that isn't even real. Yeah. It went to billionaires and millionaires. It went to a dude who's trying to be the first trillionaire. That's who it went to. Because that's who they care about. It's going to Trump too. Yeah. All of it is going to their pockets, their bank accounts, their wallets. They don't care about anybody but themselves. They don't care about the American children. They don't care about elderly people or people with chronic illness or disability. They certainly don't care about people of color. Greed is not good. But in the 80s, in a movie, there was a dude who said greed is good. And he was actually trying to show the villainous nature of greedy people. But certain people like Trump saw that and they were like, yeah, that was their hero. They didn't understand because they're too dense to understand what that movie was actually about. I mean, look at the video of Trump in a stadium at a sports event for no apparent reason, reading the presidential oath of office, and where it says, say your name, he says, say your name. He's an idiot. According to his own mother and his own family, he's an idiot. And he only has what he has because his daddy gave it to him. And because he had some really smart people working for him in the 80s. Now they're all gone. And he's showing everybody who he really is. This is who he is. He would allow the children of America and the world to starve to death. That's Trump. That is his legacy. His family's legacy. His whole administration. And what I find so funny is that he has presidential immunity, but all of his cohorts, all of his conspirators, they don't have immunity. Why is that? It's going to be really interesting when all of the fallout happens. The history books are going to be amazing. And I want you to understand that if you're feeling anxiety, panic, fear, all of that, it's valid. You're valid. Please start building gardens. This is why I've been saying for months now, probably over a year now, start building gardens. If you have a window, you have a light source. It doesn't have to be fancy. Use old butter tubs and whatnot. Save all that. Poke holes in the bottom, build gardens because the second Great Depression is coming. And that is going to be his legacy. But there should be real consequences after this. Real consequences like prison. What is the punishment for treason? Do y'all know? I know. Do you know? It's time for these leeches to suffer the consequences of their selfish, self-centered decisions and actions. No one made them do these things. They're doing it because they want to. Oh, and Mike Johnson, I want to drink your tears. I'm going to drink your tears. Because we all know you're in the closet, dude. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. The Republican Party, we all know that y'all crash Grindr when you're all together in one spot, one of your little conventions. We all know. The time for come to Jesus is right around the corner. Love y'all.